Hi, my name is Eddie, and this is a weekly reading for Scorpio from the 17th until the 23rd of April. So I'm going to shuffle your cards for you, and don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. There's also links in the description for free daily readings, personal readings, to buy me a coffee into my crystal shop. So let's lay down your 10 cards on the table. So the first card is in the here and now, the present situation, what's going on around you at this time. And your card is the Hanged Man. Okay, so major card, so it talks about some major issues around you. Also about some big changes which are about to take place. But with the Hanged Man, you do feel stuck around a present situation. Okay. It's like this stagnation which I get here, and this kind of sort of brick wall in front of you. Okay, you are looking for a way forward, but you don't know how to move forward. But what I do sense is that some kind of sacrifice needs to be made here. Okay, the worst place actually is to actually do nothing. That's what I get here, because that's what's keeping you stuck. So either you got to change the way you deal with the situation, something needs to be said, or you just completely just move away from the situation. Okay, there's nothing in between, but at the moment you feel damned if you do, damned if you don't, stuck between a rock and a hard place. So the card crossing is the Queen of Swords. I think what it's saying here is that I do sense that someone's been taking advantage of your good nature, first of all. Okay, someone has been pulling on your heartstrings. Okay, it's like you try to let go and move away from this situation, and then someone will play on your heart here, and you're kind of sort of brought back to square one. So what it's saying here is that there's a need to use your mind around this situation, rule with your mind and not wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay, and then you'll just move forward from this situation. It's about sticking with it. It's about keeping on. Okay, but at the moment, you know, things are stuck because of that reason. So the card in the past coming to the present is the Knight of Wands in the reversed position. Okay, I do sense that things have come to a head recently. Okay, I mean, you kind of just went along with things in the past. Okay, but you're getting to a point now where you've just come to one conclusion. Okay, nothing's going to change unless you do something about this situation. So either you say something, you speak your mind about the situation, or you just completely just cut ties and just move forward. There's nothing in between. That's what I get here. So if I look more forward, I've got the Six of Swords in the reverse position. Could well be that you've been asking for help from Spirit, or you've been putting out some prayers around this situation because you have felt stuck for quite a while. And as I said, things have kind of sort of reached a point. And I do sense here with this card that something's going to come out of the woodwork. A whole can of worms is going to be opened here, okay, which then leaves you in no doubt. You know, you like realise within yourself that it's time to just move away from this kind of sort of situation once and for all. So I do sense there is going to be like this cutting of ties here. And it's a bit like it does throw up a whole lot of stuff. You know, you imagine like you've got a river, there's a dam, kind of sort of builds up, you've been holding back how you've been feeling about the situation, but there's no bars held here. Okay, I mean, the water will build up and then it will just, I mean, the dam will burst and it will just go everywhere. Okay, and that's the feeling I get here. It's like things get to kind of sort of boiling point here. Okay, and then something's going to be revealed, which leaves you in no doubt that it's time to let go and move away from this situation. But you kind of need that so you can let go. So even though things get worse before they get better, ultimately things are shown to be much better for you because of that. Okay, it's just a small amount of time, just this transitional period you need to go through. There could also be some delays around some kind of movement, or around a holiday or a trip, or some kind of cancellations. I mean, your hope here is shown by the King of Wands. So your gold card is shown here by the King of Wands, which is very spiritual, very creative, and also very positive. Okay, you've been feeling quite down about the whole situation, okay? And maybe at times you worry that you're not going to feel positive again, okay? But as I said, once you get through this difficult patch, this transitional period, things are shown to look much brighter ahead of you, okay? And it could well be you're going to take up some new hobbies or interests, which could be spiritual or creative in nature. But more than anything, there's a strong sense of seeing the positive in everything. Not being positive all the time, which isn't possible, but actually seeing the positive in everything. So even though this is a difficult experience, okay, it does lead to growth, expansion, and moving towards what you truly want, okay? So the positive side is that in spite of it, you're going to gain so much out of it as you move forward. The card in the subconscious is the Four of Swords, okay? So there's a lot of healing taking place at the moment, okay? You've been through so much, okay? I've got 3 swords which are pointing down here, okay? So it's been one thing after another for you. But there's a sword here, horizontal, which is in a non-intrusive position, okay? So it really does show that healing is taking place, okay? You've been hurt so much, I feel here, okay? But there is a release, there is this relief which is coming up for you. And again, with the stained glass window, I do sense you've been putting out some prayers, some wishes to the universe around this. It has been listened to, okay, in the process of being answered. The card in the advice is shown by the Seven of Swords reversed. You're moving away from trouble here, okay? I think what it's saying really is that if you look back to how things have been, you know, they've been extremely toxic, okay? And maybe some people or situations have been holding you back. I feel there could well have been some cheating or some trust issues. It's also known as a thief card as well, so someone may have stolen something from you, okay? It's time to move away from this situation. It's time to leave something behind here. If you have a look this way anyhow, you've got holding the swords, you've left 2 in the ground, okay? But because it's reversed, it's like just moving away from that, just leaving the toxic stuff, okay, but holding on to the stuff which is good for you. So it's having a good sort out, a good declutter, I feel here. So on the outside, it's looking better. You know, I've got the 9 of Cups here. I mean, the first thing with this card is it's a pregnancy card, so there could be a pregnancy somewhere around you. It could be like a close friend or a relative. It's also about emotional fulfillment, okay, and that is the direction of travel here. This is what you're going towards, this emotional fulfillment you've been asking for. But because you've been asking for it, what happens is that your path will readjust, okay? So when it does readjust, it does throw up all these challenges which are happening now and going to happen for a while. It's a bit like you've got this big lorry, you know, it's going down the motorway, it wants to turn around. So when it turns around, it causes a lot of disruption and a lot of challenges. But once it turns around, then it's full steam ahead for you. Number 9 is also about reaping the harvest. So all the time, all the effort you put in will come back in equal measure from one source or another. Your hopes and your fears is shown by the Fool card. You fear change. We all fear change. But quite clearly, the Fool card shows you taking a risk or a leap of faith around this situation. Completely new, okay? It's something new to you, okay? But as I said, things are looking much more positive ahead for you. But you need to take that risk or that leap of faith. Yeah, I mean, the final card is the 4 of Wands reversed. And it's just letting go completely. You know, it's toxic energy, these toxic people. It's letting go once and for all, and it's very much about losing the world to gain it. And in fact, when you let go and move forward, it's a win-win situation, yeah, because what's yours will always come in. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. There's also links for free daily readings, personal readings, to buy me a coffee and to my crystal shop. Thank you.